Yeah. Okay. So that's recording. So in a couple of minutes,
Okay.
I'll
There.
stop it. It's just to see whether I have the same issues.
Okay. Okay.
How
Not
are
a
you
problem.
doing? How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm doing
Yeah.
well. I'm
Oh, you're looking good.
uh
You're looking good.
thank you. Thank you. Well, it's Friday. I'm not working today, so I so I'm dressed more casually.
Yeah.
But yeah, doing well. I started a few activities, getting to know some people. And next week I'm going to Santa Fe to visit family. So, so I'm doing good.
Very nice. Very nice.
What
So
about you?
yeah, we're going crazy at the moment this week because we're trying to get the courses off the ground. So we've got lots of balls in the air at the same
Oh,
time. So,
right.
so Anna's under pressure. I'm under pressure. But, that's just the kind of part of the course. It always happens this time of year
This,
because
yeah.
I send out a few kind of flyers to the associations that we have relationships with, and then they all
Mm-hmm.
answer at the same time. It's not,
Oh,
they don't have the decency
okay.
to stagger a little bit. They all, everything all happens at the same
Everybody,
time. Yeah,
everybody's interested.
yeah. And we also got contacted by a company that's looking for lessons for some students. So we had to put together a proposal for them. So
Mm-hmm.
that was a lot of hard work because
Right,
we hadn't done that for a while. So it was
right. It's
so
like tailored.
yeah, exactly. So
Mm-hmm.
getting something
Mm-hmm.
that looks good. When I was
Right,
working in the UK, I used to do that kind of thing all the time. But now
right.
I'm a little bit out of practice. So so that was so that was
That's like riding a bicycle.
well, yeah, yeah. Well, I wish it
A
was as
very
easy as
difficult
riding a bike. But
bicycle.
yes, yeah, yes,
Like
yeah.
riding a bicycle backwards.
Maybe, yeah. So, um, yeah. First of all, I wanted to just have a little catch up to see how you're doing. So, but the other thing that I wanted to mention is something that I've got kind of planned for going ahead this year. I think I mentioned it
Sure.
to you last year. Was that
Hmm.
one of the things I want to do is kind of move away a little bit from Callan.
Hmm.
Not the idea of the classes, but
Right.
I find that some of the stuff in Callan is a little bit outdated sometimes,
Right.
and
Yes.
I think there's an opportunity to do some more than
Hmm.
what's in Callan. Yeah,
Right.
I'm very
Right.
pleased with Callan as a tool, but I think
Hmm.
I would like
Hmm.
to do a little bit more. So
Hmm.
over the past months, I've been putting together like an alternative. So it's really a kind of drop-in version, if you like.
Right. Right.
So, it follows exactly the same structure, the same grammar, the same vocabulary, but completely different questions, the completely different
Hmm.
explanations, with the
Right.
idea of
Okay.
using that as a base to go forward with. Part of the
Right.
problem that we've got with Callan as well, just kind of backpedaling a little bit, is that we have to purchase the books from the Callan head office in London, which in
Oh,
itself is not a problem, but
okay.
sometimes we get issues with problems with importation. So
Yes.
for a few years ago, I had to go to Buenos Aires to the airport to try and get our books
Oh my
because,
goodness.
yeah, that kind
Well,
of thing. Yeah, yeah,
hi.
yeah, yeah. But
So
I
that's good.
I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. I certainly wouldn't ask you to go through what we went through with that. But part of part of what I want to do is remove that kind of dependency, or at least make that dependency not so critical for
Hmm.
us. So,
Okay.
what I'm trying to do is put together an alternate set of
Hmm. Hmm.
documents, if you like, or alternate set of books.
Right.
And so I've done that up to stage 8. I'm still working on stage 9. So it's a lot of work, a lot more work than
Yes.
I expected. A lot of work.
A
Um,
lot.
yeah,
Yes.
one of the things that I'd like to do is
Hmm.
perhaps get yourself involved in that, at least from the point of view of helping me a bit with the proofreading of it.
Okay.
I don't know whether
Sure.
that's something you'd be interested in,
That's
or whether you would fall asleep doing it, or
that's something I do actually. So proofreading is part of my work.
yeah, it's
But yeah.
yeah. So one of the benefits of what you bring to the table with proofreading, that kind of thing, is that you know what it's about. So if
Right.
I were to just
Exactly.
say to, I don't know, my brother in England, can you have a look through this? He'd say, well, I wouldn't do it like that. I wouldn't do it. Yeah, well, you wouldn't
Right.
do it like that, but that's not the point.
Exactly. Right.
You
Right.
understand where it's coming from,
Mm-hmm.
what the idea of it
Mm-hmm.
is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I don't know how you charge for those things, but well, I don't know. You tell me how you would charge for that kind of thing, or ask me
Right.
for more information, or
Actually, for proofreading, it's a percentage of the amount of the volume of work and
I'll remove all the spaces then.
so it's not counted by character. It's it's by word. No, but it depends on the volume of work but
Yeah,
I can we can talk about that. Like we can sort it out, something that might work for you guys
yeah.
and work for both of us. But I can't give you numbers on air or
No,
anything.
no,
I
no.
mean,
But to you know the kind of thing that I'm talking about. So
yes,
you're
yes,
familiar
yes.
with the material.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
so that that kind of thing, if to
Right.
think about, and then perhaps when you're a bit more relaxed and you come back from holiday and you're more willing to drop your numbers a little. No, when you come back from a holiday and you're relaxed, we can talk about it a little bit more as
Right,
to
right.
what's involved. One of the things
Yes,
that
of
we
course.
were thinking was perhaps your teaching rate per hour to look through it, or some kind of combination of that.
Sure,
I don't want to
not
offer
a
something
problem.
that insults you. So
No, not at all. Not at all.
yeah,
Besides, I'm interested in the project.
yeah,
It's I think it's good that that you kind of renew the material, and some things could be explained more easily perhaps, and I know that you do that. You can do that with the students. They usually understand things a bit better when after they've seen it with you. I notice that when they've seen something with you, they're like, oh yeah, I remember this, and they
oh,
actually
I
understood
love
it.
talking
So
to you for those kind of things. You make me feel better.
no, but it's true. I like it's like, when I tell them, read this at home, and they're like, next lesson, they're like, yeah, we didn't understand anything. So you have to kind of try to, and it's not that it's not well explained, but perhaps you could twitch a thing or two that obviously you do when you explain,
Sure, sure.
right?
And
So,
I've got a load of other ideas that I can incorporate in there
right.
once the thing is under my control, if you like.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
we can integrate the exercises much more closely, because the idea would
Right.
be that as a teacher you would see one version and the students would
Mm-hmm.
see another version. The underlying text would be the same, but they
Right.
they
Right.
they would access the books online too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that would be great for
Right.
them.
So
Mm-hmm.
when they're scrolling through the lesson, they can have the dictation buttons. So they just press the button,
Mm-hmm.
it takes them to the dictation, or all the other exercises that
Right.
we've got. You can have the
Mm-hmm.
buttons integrated into the text as well.
Right.
So
Right.
all sorts of
Mm-hmm.
things become possible,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
we wouldn't be stuck in the middle as well, with having to be like the resellers of the books. It's
Right.
because we don't make any profit from the books. We just take the
Mm-hmm.
book
Mm-hmm.
and sell it to the student, because we don't want to make a profit from that. But
Right.
there's administration involved in
Mm-hmm.
that, which
Mm-hmm.
from time to
It
time
takes up
gets to be it
time.
does.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
if we were to have the books available to the students, then
Yes.
it gives us
Right.
other options.
Yeah.
It will
Yeah.
mean that we don't have to get
Completely.
involved so much in
Mm-hmm.
doing that. So
Mhm.
that's kind of my push behind those things.
Right.
And there's lots and lots of things that we can do with this
Right.
once we start going
Right.
forward. So that's the reason I wanted to kind of run it
Oh,
by you. Is
totally. No, I'm super interested. I mean, I think it's a great thing, to try to renew things, and there are things that can always, you know, you can always better, and so I think it's really good, and I'm excited about the project.
Yeah, there's one thing that I'm gonna put my foot down on though is no Americanisms in there. I'm afraid
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm
you
just it,
you can't resign from doing it because you haven't accepted it
I don't know. I'm gonna have to check though. I'm gonna be correcting your color. No hue.
No, I think it actually is a good opportunity to put those kind of things in there to highlight
Mhm.
where there are differences because Callan
Yes.
is rather patriotic in certain places, and I think it wouldn't hurt for us to modernize it or take the opportunity to
Right.
try to modernize it a little bit
Right.
in those
Right.
places, which I've done to be fair in lots of
Hmm.
places. I've
Hmm.
put questions in there that you know I've taken out all the ones about the war. Really, I just fed up with
Right.
asking, what did Winston Churchill do in the war? No,
Yeah, no war, not so much death. Callan is kind of set
yeah,
on death,
oh goodness
and
me,
it's
yeah. The amount of times
a
I've
tombstone. What is a tombstone, and what do
yeah.
dogs bury?
Yes, that's right. Yeah, the amount of times I've had to ask people, is death a pleasant subject to talk about? And the tears start welling up. My uncle died last week, or my dog died this morning.
Right,
Sorry,
right.
that's the
So
question. Just the question.
it's
I,
yeah, it's true.
I, I,
You're gonna like, okay, let's change the
I did.
topic for
I did have one
today.
lesson with Fernando and
Yes,
Marcos,
and
and one
Marcos.
lesson that came at the beginning of the lesson. Marcos was late, and they said, "Look, Marcos, his mum died today." And I said, "Oh."
Oh, wow.
They said he's going to come to the lesson, but he's a if he if he's a
He, he's a bit
if
like,
he looks a little bit
mhm,
down, the reason. And that
right.
question was there. You know,
Oh
is death a
gosh.
pleasant subject to talk about? So I had to.
Oh my God. Yeah,
So
totally switch it in the air.
or
Just
yeah, there was another one a little bit further on. What's the worst thing that can happen to somebody? Well, I don't think I'll be asking
yeah,
that question. We'll move on.
we'll just skip that.
I guess. No, but it happens
Yeah.
so many times. The question is just right,
Yeah,
and out of the
very, very
four or five
specific.
people, it's for the person that is
Exactly.
suffering from
Yes.
that exact problem.
Yes. Yes,
So,
it's true.
so,
It's true.
so I've tried to tone those types of things down to
Hmm.
try and avoid um, those situations as well. So
Good.
yeah,
Good.
when we sit down to look, what I'll do, I've
Hmm.
got the all of the stuff online. In fact, I can show you.
Oh,
Uh,
good.
fine. Let's. Where are we? But of course, I can't find it when I want it. All right.
Technology.
No, under pressure. There you go.
No, take your time. Take your time. No problem.
Here we are. So let me share the screen.
All right.
So here we are. So this is
Okay.
so it's a little bit more colourful to start with.
Right. Nice.
Yeah, and
Nice.
so it's the same kind of things. And in
Mm-hmm.
fact, after a while, I got fed up with Mr. Brown, and I took up Mr. Brown and replaced it with different things like you, me, him, her, and so on.
Good. Yes. I usually, since I don't have the pictures anymore or anything,
Yeah.
I usually change it. So
Well, the other thing is that you can do this kind of thing as well. If I can, I don't know whether I've got one with the pictures in it. Of course, I haven't. Well, let me go back to because I created a chess course as well, because
Yes. I remember we had a student that was
yes,
well, he's like a world champion.
well, I was
Uh
an international master.
in
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
yeah, exactly. International masters.
It's
That's
like a
but
couple of steps down from world champion.
okay.
But what I did
Okay.
with that was that with the pictures, you can click on them and it opens a separate window. Okay,
Okay.
so I don't know whether you can see this. Well, what I'll
Yeah.
do is I'll
Mm-hmm.
share all my desktop with you rather than
Okay.
just the. Okay, so when you click on the picture,
Mm-hmm.
if I can find a different picture, there you go. It
Okay.
changes it in the other screen.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Right.
so
Yeah. Okay.
you can do little things like that. So when you click on there, it
Good.
changes the picture there. So what you
Mm-hmm.
can do is you can just share this one
Right.
with the
Right. So
students, and you can make
you
that like
share. Mm-hmm.
full screen. And
Right.
then while you're reading the book here, you can just
Mm-hmm.
click on the picture and it changes it so the students see that picture.
Right. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So then, they can see your mouse going over the top. You say, what's he doing? Well, he's playing chess. What color pieces has he got?
Right.
He's got the black pieces, that kind of thing.
Right.
So
Good.
there's
Yeah.
ways of displaying the graphics on the
It
screen.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a great idea.
Yeah.
Great idea.
So that's, as you can see, it's very similar in the way it's laid out.
Mm-hmm.
Where was I? And I'm putting together some other ones for tourism and so on. So
Oh wow. That's just, I grab my mouse like I want to scroll down and check what it's about.
yes.
Oh,
So
cool.
all of these they're similar but different. So I've changed all the questions everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been
Mm-hmm.
all the way up to stage, or the equivalent of stage 8 on this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
And the translations are right there, like right beside it.
yes,
It's
yeah,
instead of opening in a different tab
that's
is what
right.
I'm
Yeah. So
good.
I have a whole database of all the words that are used in
Mm-hmm.
Callan with their
Mm-hmm.
translations and with an audio file of the words. And that's
Right.
the basis of a lot of the exercises that the students have. So I've
Mm-hmm.
already got all the translations there. So this just
Great. Yeah.
pops into the database and pulls out the
Oh,
translation
great.
from there.
Great.
So if we find a
Great.
translation that's wrong, update the database and it's all
No, but
happy.
it's good. I mean, I think for the teacher when you have the translation more at hand,
Yes.
because like as a translator, I sometimes translate a word and then look at the Callan translation. It's like, oh no, he wasn't using it in this context. So
That's
no, it
right.
can
Yeah.
also mean in different contexts. So I have to go back on what I said and kind of explain how it can change according to context. So that's useful to have it like on the same screen.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's good.
So there's all sorts of things we can do with this as well. So we can
Mm-hmm.
include, more specific teacher instructions. One of the things that when we were using the physical books
Mm-hmm.
is that in the lower levels, so for 1, 2, 3, and 4, when you get to the end of
Mm-hmm.
4, you do
Mm-hmm.
a revision of 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Right.
And I always say to the teachers, you don't have to ask all the questions. And
Right.
often they say, well,
Right.
which questions should we ask? So for
Oh,
those 4 books, I
okay.
annotated every question that I
Right.
thought would be useful to ask
Will
in
be more
revision.
useful. Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
again, with this, one of the things we can do
You make
is
it even easier.
we could just put a little R next to it, or we could even
Right.
open another window that just has the questions for the revision in it.
For revision.
So we can
Right.
do,
Right.
the possibilities are limitless. I don't want to create lots of extra work, but
Right. Right.
if something is
Yeah, when you start talking about it, you start getting on board. It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
yeah,
So
so yeah, it's definitely interested and would love to help.
mhm.
So I would need the material
Yeah.
to see more or less how much it is, and well, I know what it's about already. So, but
Yeah.
to see mostly about, general volume, and I can get back to you, and we
Yeah.
can.
So what I'm going to do is I have a tool for editing these questions and answers. So it just
Okay.
it just lists it up in a sort of table type of format, so you can put the
Mm-hmm.
cursor in there, change it, and then
Right.
that's done. So
Good.
what
Okay.
I'm going to do is work on making that available as like
Mm-hmm.
a feature, so that when you log
Okay.
in, you can see that, and you can use that as the tool to update it, or I can give you the underlying files as
Mm-hmm.
well if you wanted those.
Okay.
But there's not that much difference between the
Mm-hmm.
underlying file and the way it's presented on the screen, except
Right.
that
Right.
if you have the underlying file, then I've got to upload it
You've
somehow
got it.
as
Yeah.
well,
No. No.
and it gets
Let's
all
let's try to make your job a bit easier. You've
yeah.
already got enough just as it is.
So
So.
it should be, what I can do is after we finish and this weekend, I'll work a little bit on that. Is
Mm-hmm.
well, when you get back from holiday, I'll send you like
Sure.
a screenshot of what it's about. How
Mm-hmm.
to
Mm-hmm.
how the kind of proofreading tool or editing tool works, so you can
Mm-hmm.
then at your leisure log in and have a look and see what's there,
Sure.
so you can get an
Sure.
idea of what's involved. Yeah.
Super excited. I'm actually happy about this. I'm like, hey, I know
Well,
it's super nerdy.
yeah. I I don't want to load lots of work onto you, because I know there's
Mhm.
lots and lots of things that need doing. You're a very busy person with all your activities and everything. So I don't want to kind of say, well, here you go, that's
Here,
everything,
that's
and
all
then
yours.
you. But
No, no,
any help that you
I
can give me in that respect will be
yes,
most
yes.
welcome.
No,
Yeah.
and I'm thankful that you consider me for this project, because it feels like, it's helping just a little bit with
No,
with making things, a bit better, and working better than so it just, it feels nice.
oh, okay, good.
So thank you.
No, 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 not at all. Thank you for the work that's coming up.
Good,
Yeah.
good.
So hopefully, going forward, we'll be able to substitute the Cullen courses for
Mm-hmm.
these courses. So that's my
Okay.
objective.
Right.
So
So,
that
mm-hmm.
as we go along, when the Cullen books are exhausted in our little bookstore, we'll,
Mm-hmm.
instead of offering a Cullen course, we'll offer a course using this material
Right.
instead.
Based on the Callan method,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
like something like that,
And
perhaps.
well, what I'm doing is, so many people, when I speak to them for the first time about what we do, I say the
Mm-hmm.
Cullen method, and say, what?
Right.
So now what I'm saying is we use a natural and direct method. Oh, right. Okay, that sounds interesting. So
Oh, okay.
so
Okay.
I'm not using the word Cullen so much
Mm-hmm.
anymore, and it seems
Mm-hmm.
to get
Okay.
a little bit more traction
Right.
when I speak to people.
Right. Right.
Because otherwise they
Okay.
go, Cullen method? What are you talking about? Is that like Cullinetics, or is that,
Yeah, that was
yeah,
something to do with math, or
yeah, something like that. So yeah, I'm
right.
trying to build a little bit of an identity for us that's not just
Mm-hmm.
dependent on Cullen.
Right. On
Yeah.
Callan. Right.
So
Good. Good.
I've even got our own little symbol up here for the lessons
Yeah,
as well.
I remember that one. I miss you guys. I
Yeah,
miss seeing Annie every now and then.
yeah, we miss you. We miss you. So,
Uh,
where are you going on holiday? To
I'm going to Santa Fe.
Mhm.
Just I have a family there, and I haven't seen them since before the pandemic. So
Oh wow.
I have to, yeah, it's time to visit visit
When
family.
we think back, it's like a chunk of 2 years that didn't happen, isn't it?
That didn't happen exactly, because so much happened, but so little happened at the same
Yeah.
time. So it's like, It's lost in our memory, all mushed up since 2019, 2021. It's kind of like one big messy thing. So it's like, what year was it that that you did this thing or that thing? And so just gonna visit family and take a few days to relax. That's about it, because I couldn't get out. And well, you've been to Buenos Aires, and I'm
Yes.
right in Santa Fe and 9 de Julio. So
Oh,
it's like,
right in the center. So you can just pop out for a quick demonstration.
yes. Yes. It's right in the middle, of all the chaos. So it's like, I need some silence. I need some nature, to wind down. So
So whereabouts in Santa Fe? Or is it?
the capital,
Mhm.
Santa Fe Capital. So that's, and I'm the days that I'm going to be taking off, um even from family. I'm going to be just 40 kilometers away. So it's a really short trip. If anybody wants to visit or anything, it's, they have, they're like cabins or something like that, if you want to call it in a way. But they have pools and, you know, courts of all sorts, and animals and stuff like that. So it's kind of like, a nature retreat in a way. Um, but yeah, so that's just going to be a couple of days, and then I'll get back to the capital.
Yeah,
So
excellent, excellent. So
yeah,
it's just what you
it's
need
it's
right now,
not
really. Is what
yeah,
we all
I mean,
need.
it's not Brazil or anything, but it's it's a change of, like we would say here, a change of air, un cambio de aire.
Yeah, yeah. Change of
So
scenery.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, change of
yeah,
scenery.
very nice. Well, I hope you have a very good time. When are you going tomorrow or?
I'm leaving on Sunday morning. Sunday
Ah,
morning. So I have tomorrow still to pack. I've completely forgot. It's like, I know it's Friday, but I don't know it's Friday. So I'm like, I need to start packing. So yeah. Thank you for reminding me.
that's okay. Are you driving?
No, no, I'm going by bus.
Ah, okay. Now the buses here are
Um,
pretty good.
yeah, 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 when they're working well.
Yeah, yeah. When there's not a
When
strike, yeah.
everything, yeah, when there's no strike, and when everything's good. But yeah, yeah, I'm going by bus. It's a really short trip to go to by plane, so
Yeah,
it's not even worth the money. So it's just, it's really close compared to Mendoza. So
yeah, yeah.
so yeah.
Well, a nice book, nice and relaxed. Take it easy. It's all part of the
Exactly.
trip. The journey is part of the
Yes.
trip.
Yes, exactly. So
Um,
yeah, thank
I'm
you.
not jealous. Well, not much.
At all.
Not at all. No.
Not
Nowhere
at all.
near. Not a little bit.
All right. And you guys didn't take vacations at all,
No,
like,
no. There's a
except for,
bit of a story behind that. So it's a we we plan or we're having our kitchen done up. When we
oh,
moved in all those years ago, we said, well, we won't do up our kitchen now. We'll leave it a little while. And that was like
the
15
little
years
while.
ago. Yeah. So we got an architect involved that have done some other
Oh,
work for
okay.
us, but things have
Right.
dragged out a bit. So they started in November, and we still haven't got our kitchen. So
Oh
we're
my
living with half a
God.
kitchen at the moment. And the carpenter was supposed to come yesterday, and he didn't come, and maybe he'll come
Oh,
tomorrow, and who knows? And so,
very.
well,
Yeah, well,
I,
you're used to Argentina now. You by now you
yeah,
know that that's how things work.
yeah. So the architect is on holiday in Santa Fe in a nice cabin somewhere.
Perhaps I can have a small chat with him.
Yes, I think so. I think so. So that's it. So we couldn't really go away. So,
Right,
and
right.
also we've had
That's a
a few
shame.
requests for additional lessons, so we took a little bit
Right.
of advantage of that. And so
Hmm.
so
Right.
at some point we'll take a break, but not at the
Yeah.
moment. So
You guys need some time off. You work
Yeah.
too hard. Way too
well,
hard.
yeah, we just had a little problem as well that Linda has decided that she can't teach for the next few months forever for
Oh.
the whole of this year, Anna's indicating. So that means that we've got to try and fill some
Oh,
lessons.
okay, right.
Unfortunately,
And
she
how's
didn't
that?
give us very much notice.
Oh,
So she told us that
right.
yesterday that next week she won't be able to give her lessons.
Oh,
So.
as of next week. Good. Good luck trying to
Yeah.
find someone over the weekend, you know.
Yes. Yeah. So that's another
Right.
thing that we got to sort out.
Yeah.
So we're all right
Lots of
because
stuff.
things are just beginning to kick off. So if it were a
Mhm.
month later, it would have been a lot of trouble for us. But
Right.
so,
Right. So it's
so I'm
still
recruiting as well at the moment. So looking through
right.
speaking to it. That's what I had just before this. Yeah, maybe Anna's saying maybe she knows. Maybe you know somebody.
Well, yeah, that's what
So
I'm
you give
trying
me
to
your best
meet.
contact, Jorge. So thank you for that.
Oh no, you're welcome. I hope, you know, I only, you know, told him, you know, I work at this place and they're really nice people. Perhaps, you know, you should send your CV or, you know, but that was it. That was all I did. He's looking for people at university, you know, who have like native accents and things like that. He's like, I'm totally gonna recommend them. I'm like, they're totally gonna be happy with
Yeah,
that.
we're totally going to be happy if he knows somebody, because
Right.
it's really difficult to find people that can do this style of teaching. That you know,
Hmm.
so
Hmm.
a lot of people that I've been speaking to, and they like their own way of teaching. They don't want
Yeah.
to teach in another style. So well,
Hmm.
that's fair
Hmm.
enough.
It's difficult, yeah, to
It's
get them
difficult.
out of
Yeah,
the what they're used to
exactly,
normally.
exactly. So well, so the search continues.
The search
So
continues.
if you do
Yeah.
find somebody, they don't have to be an experienced teacher, although that helps. But
Okay.
we
Sure.
do need, native level pronunciation.
Hmm.
Yeah, even
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
American accent, that might be acceptable as well.
Even with it's so
Yeah,
bad.
now I've
It
had to
is.
lower the bar a little bit.
Come on, Annie. She has it.
Yes.
She's my friend. She's the one that she's supposed to be defending me over there. All right.
All right. Well,
Well,
thanks a lot for finding the time to speak to me, because I know you're packing
no.
your bags and you're almost out of the door.
Now that you told me I am, I'm gonna start packing right away. So thank you,
And
for you know taking me into account and for all this and thinking of me and I'm really excited about it. I really want to help out with this.
excellent.
So let's try to make it work.
Yes, yeah. So have a nice little weekend, and then have a nice long, relaxing few days in
Week,
Santa
if you
Fe.
did,
Yeah, a week.
yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank
Okay.
you very much. And I'll talk to you soon. I'll talk to
Yep.
you when I get back. All right.
Excellent. Take care.
Thank you.
Relax.
Oh,
Relax.
thank you.
Bye
Okay.
bye
Say
now.
hi to Annie for me.
Will do. Will do. Bye bye.
All
Take
right.
care.
Take care. Bye bye.
Bye.